All right, guys, this is also a PSA before you burn your house down. Be extremely safe with this. After all these matches right here, yeah, you want to do this by an open window. I used to do that in middle school and high school, so my mother didn't know I was doing this by open window. Doesn't know I'm burning down the house. But be extremely safe with this. Please don't be dumb. That's really it. And if you burn your house down, it's not my fault. Bye. What's up, guys? I am in my home, and I brought a friend with me. My friend Nevin. We met in Connecticut at a convention called NemCon. NemCon. Yes, it was a very weird, very boomerish thing, but we were like...
Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time. Yeah.
We like had drinks with like Danny Garcia and literally just performed for like a couple people that were there. But brought Nevin here today. We decided not to go to Boston because we didn't feel like getting murdered.
It's late.
Yeah, it's late.
We're both tired.
We're tired, yes.
Sleep deprived.
It's tired magicians. So we stayed in, gonna do a tutorial, and we're both gonna do match tricks. I did a video on his channel. Go check that out. And he's gonna do something for me, with more matches. So we're gonna check that out right now.
Okay, so get yourself a botch of maxes. Get yourself a box of matches, not a botch of maxes. So you're gonna need a box of matches. I had to read the box to know what I was
remember
gonna say.
what a box was.
Exactly. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna take a match. You can have any match ever, and you're going to strike it. I'm gonna put it out on my tongue just to make sure it's nice and not gonna burn me. So as you can see, the tip right there is pretty burnt. So if I take it, I can actually pull the burn down off of the tip of the match, and now you can actually relight it.
Explanation.
Alright, so for this, you're going to need to set it up beforehand. So what you're going to need to set this up is you're going to need 2 matches. If you have a lighter, you could also use a lighter to do this. But essentially, you're going to strike one and use that one to light the center of another one. Now, so you could get rid of this match. This match isn't necessary anymore. I would definitely put it in water before you put it anywhere, like wash it off. You know, I'm using my tongue, which you can do, and
This is very smart.
Yeah, I'll explain that later. You just tap. So if you light a match and you want to put it out, when I do the explanation, I'll show you how to do that. So later on. So you've got this. Now, there's a few different ways you could hide this. I have my ring here, and so this just sits in my ring like that until I'm ready to use it. So I just can keep my hand like this. So from the front, you can't see anything, but from the back, this is what's happening. If you don't have a ring on, you can hide it here in between your ring finger. This is called finger palm. So you could hide it like this. Nobody will see it. You can still maneuver pretty freely. And then you're gonna need to switch this in at some point. We'll get to that. But you have options for hiding this out. You can also, additionally, put this in the bottom of the box.
Oh, that's actually really clever.
So yeah, so you put that in the bottom of the box, and then when you bring out the box, you shake them, you put your index finger here to hide that something's sticking out, push out the box, and now the box is going to hide that extra match. So you can pull one match out, you have the spectator take it, and then you can slide this extra match out, so you can start with your hands clean. And that would pretty much just look like that. Something simple. Now you could hold the box, the spectator could strike the match, blow it out immediately, so I'm going to do that. And now when I strike this, I'm going to put it out on my tongue. So when I put it out on my tongue, I'm just going to tap it real quick. You can tap it a few times, just real quick. You don't want to leave it there, otherwise you will burn your tongue. So just a quick tap, you'll be completely fine. Your tongue is pretty lubricated and wet, so it will protect you.
And also, what is one of the other tips that that brushwood has is like you transfer all the saliva to
Oh
front
yeah,
of your tongue.
that's another thing. I don't actually do that because my tongue's usually wet enough, but you can push the saliva from the back of your mouth if you just push your tongue up against the roof of your mouth and then push all the saliva to the front, then it's gonna be more wet and you'll be even safer. This is a really safe thing to do as long as you just tap it. So demonstration time. And then it's out. The reason I would suggest doing this is because now you're not gonna burn your fingers when you do the switch. And so the switch, you can put the box away. This should be in this position at this point. So depending on how you're holding it, if you're holding it like this, you would just re-grip it and just people will be focused here and now you're in position. Likewise, you could just kick it out of your ring, push it forward, and then be in position. So you got this here, hiding. What you're gonna do is you're gonna say, now you can see it's burned at the tip, and then when you come over to bring your hands together, this is going to tilt down and it will become from invisible to visible, and this is going to kick up. So you're going to kick this back into from visible to invisible. So some ash might get on your hands, that's okay. So you're going to show it, you're going to kick it back into a similar position this is in, and bring your hands together all at once. So that would effectively look like this. Right, so it shouldn't look like you've done anything. Just bring your hands together. Boom. And now you're just gonna act like you're pulling the burn down, and then you could just move your hand away. You could give this to them to strike the match, and then that gives you a lot of freedom to just throw this behind you. This won't make any sound when it hits the ground, so you can literally throw it behind your back. You toss it on the ground, step on it, or you can just put it in your pocket. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. When you go to put your matches away, you just keep this in your hand, you take the matches back, and then you just put the whole thing in your pocket. And so that's pretty much how you do the trick. All right, I'm recording.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, guys, this might not work. I read this in a book a few years ago. I might teach it to you if this works. Let me see if it goes down correctly. All right, so here. Shit. Yeah. I don't know if I did that correctly, but if I take it here and I just...
Ooh.
Yeah. Obviously, duplicate. 2 different matches. So what the method is that I'm switching one match for another, but what I did is I took a Sharpie, and all I did is I took it, let's see that.
Yep, perfect.
I just colored it in, do some nice texture. Right down, and get it a little bit down there like burnt streaks right here. All right, I'm gonna name this one Tyrone. All right, that's really racist.
Wow.
So I took it here, kind of looks like a burnt match from far away. I would leave this to the side to let it dry because I've made that mistake and I got a little bit of marks on my hands here and here. But you take this, you just color it in, let it dry. But to make it easier, I'm going to just use a uncolored one here. So I take this here, actually just kept it right in my palm, just like that. You can keep it in finger palm, you can do whatever. So what I did is I took this one, I just strike it, I keep this in palm here, I shake it, and then I put this, be careful, you want to shake it out all the way. You kind of want to put it in palm here, just like that, in the opposite hand, and pick this one up again. So you want to shake this, put it into palm, and pretend you're picking up the same thing right there. And then you go back to the matchbook, and then you strike it again. You kind of want to get your hand relaxed. I look really uncomfortable because I haven't done this in like, what, a decade? Literally, since like middle school. But yeah, here, you want to hide this here. You take it, you shake it, you go down, and then you go into your other hand. Actually, keep it in your hand around like right here. So when you come here, it's in the middle. You just reach in with your other two fingers like that. But it's gonna look like this in your hand. You're gonna want this one. This is your gimmick. Here, you take it, shake the fire out, put your finger palm, and then you want to come here and then pick it up. And you're just hiding it just like that. You just pick this one up here, and you want to blacken it enough where you won't really see the red. From a distance, like if you get super close like that, you're always going to see the red. But if you're far away, or if you're in like in a darkly lit room like a bar, they're not going to see this at all. But if you take it here, just give it a strike, it's going to light up again. It's going to fry some people. And also, one last thing before I go, this is one of my favorite things to do. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Check Nevin out. And what are your socials, Nevin?
Follow my channel. It's NVN Magic. All my socials, NVN Magic. Instagram, NVN_magic. So yeah, I do tutorials, not just magic tutorials. I do lighting reviews. I do it all. So definitely come check it out. It's a fun time over there. We're always teaching stuff, learning stuff, and working on new projects. So, and definitely like and subscribe to Cedric.
Please. I'm dying from that last trick because it uses science and the biology. Bye.
The end.